Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. Now think about this for just 1 second with me. At birth, every creature on the planet is provided with everything they need for successful survival. Every creature except one is equipped with a set of instincts that guide them through life without much need for a brain. Take, for example, the magnificent bald eagle. My wife and I saw dozens of these incredible birds on a recent trip to Alaska. We witnessed the eagle swoop down and pluck fish from the water in one swift motion. It was truly astonishing. Even more remarkable is the eagle's eyesight. Because it needs to see from high altitudes, its eyes take up most of the space in its head. The eagle's brain is tiny and rudimentary. It doesn't think or plan. It simply acts in response to stimuli. This is true for most living creatures. Even the intelligent porpoise or the chimpanzee with their larger brains are easily tamed and taught. Only one creature on Earth takes 20 years to mature, has dominion over all others, and possesses the power to shape its own life through the images it holds in its remarkable mind. You guessed it. That wonderful, beautiful creature is you, a human being. And everything created by humans is the result of goal setting. We achieve our goals, and that's how we know we will conquer the diseases that plague us, the problems that come up that humanity must face. And we have never set a goal we didn't reach. Whether it's landing on the moon, eradicating diseases one by one, or making amazing technological accomplishments. And purposeful accomplishments always start with a clear goal. I hope you've established yours, and you think about it frequently each day. We talk about that here on the channel, right? And by impressing it into your remarkable subconscious mind, where forces greater than we can ever imagine come to our aid. Think about what your mind has already brought you. Every single thing you have, your work, your relationships, your philosophy of life, your beliefs, have all come as a result of you using your mind. And experts estimate that you've probably been operating on less than 10% of your mental capacity, likely much less. I remember reading an article where a psychologist, along with other renowned scientists, suggested that humans use only a small fraction of their capacities, and that they estimated that it was about 6%, but some believed it could be as low as 5%. Neurological research, such as work with UCLA's Brain Research Institute, points to enormous untapped abilities within us, suggesting our brain's creative capacity might be virtually infinite. Think about that. Think what that would do for you. Your human potential is vast, and many of us operate far below our capabilities. According to a scholar that I had recently read, if we could utilize even half our brain's capacity, we could learn multiple languages, memorize vast amounts of information, and complete numerous college courses effortlessly. Now, how do we tap into this gigantic potential? It's a complex problem, but it's been pointed out that those who live close to their capacity, who continue to activate their potential, have a pronounced sense of well-being and considerable energy. They see themselves as leading purposeful and creative lives. And the way most people use their minds can be compared to early American settlers who only developed a strip along the East Coast, leaving vast, rich lands to the west untouched. Similarly, most of us have yet to explore the full potential of our minds. But if everything you have achieved so far is the result of just using 5 to 10% of your mind, imagine what your life would be like if you increased that percentage. I want to talk to you today and show you how you can use more of your mental powers and develop that 90% of unexplored territory. Now, our minds can be compared to undiscovered gold mines. Whether you're 17 or 70, you have incredible potential waiting to be unlocked. Your goal is in the future, and your challenge is to bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. It was once said that successful people are not people without problems. They are people who have learned to solve their problems. And living successfully and achieving what we want from life is about solving the problems that stand between us and our goals. Everyone has problems. They're a part of life. But we often waste time worrying about the wrong things. Studies show that 40% of our worries never happen. 30% are about past events we can't change. 12% are needless worries about our health. 10% are petty miscellaneous worries. And only 8% are actual legitimate concerns. So, of the real problems, most fall into the category of those we can't solve, but can if we learn how. And successful people face the same kinds of problems as everyone else, but they've learned to solve them. And once you set a goal, remember that you will become and achieve what you think about most. But how do you bridge the gap between setting a goal and achieving it? This is where your mind comes into play. Now, Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright Archibald MacLeish once wrote, "The only thing about a man that is a man is his mind. Everything else you can find in a pig or a horse." Our minds are what separate us from all other creatures on earth. Everything meaningful to us comes through our minds. Our love for family, our beliefs, our talents, and our knowledge. Anything that comes to us in the future will almost certainly come as a result of the extent to which we use our minds. Most people don't know how to think creatively. They remember and react to stimuli, but that's not true thinking. I know one time a very successful businessman said to me, "Douglas, don't believe that mental activity, or don't confuse that mental activity and thinking are the same thing." He said most people tiptoe quietly through life hoping to make it safely to death. And I believe he was right about that. Most people seek advice from others who know no more than they do, instead of using their own minds to solve their problems. And to develop the muscles of your body, you engage in daily exercise. The mind is developed in exactly the same way. Here's a method that's yielded incredible results. Devote just 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, to exercising your mind. And during this hour, do an exercise that I often recommend on this channel. Take a blank sheet of paper and write your primary goal at the top. Then write down as many ideas as you can for improving your current work or your current situation. Aim for at least 20 ideas each day. Even if most of your ideas aren't great, the process of thinking deeply about your goal embeds it into your subconscious mind, starting your mental machinery working. Reflect on this. Just one great idea can revolutionize your work and your life. This daily exercise will build your mental muscles and open up the potential for extraordinary achievements. Many people have reported life-changing results from this simple routine. And I remember one person who was a salesman had wrote to me in an email saying they sold more in 1 month than they had in an entire year by sitting down every morning, writing out their goal, which was to make more sales, and then figuring out 20 ways they could do so each morning. And by doing that, they opened their minds to new ideas and to new abilities that garnered them better results. In summary, start spending 1 hour each day to think about the ways to improve what it is that you do. Don't be discouraged if it's challenging at first. The achievement of your goal likely depends on it, as does your future. If using just a small fraction of your mind has brought you everything you have so far, imagine what life will be like when you begin tapping into its full potential. And remember, successful people are not without problems. They have simply learned how to solve them. Focus on the real problems you can solve and let go of the rest. The human mind is an incredible tool, and with it, you can achieve your dreams. Right now we're living in a golden age of man. It's been dreamed about for centuries and taken centuries to achieve, and it's only going to get better. Your mind is the key to your goals, and the efficient use of it will bring you the success you seek. Each of us has deep reservoirs of ability, genius even, waiting to be untapped. This is the miracle of your mind. Friends, I care about you, I believe in you, and I know if anyone is worth it, or if anyone can do it, you can. Start applying your mind today. You're going to see incredible changes. Amazing things will occur for you. Remember, if you want to change your life, sometimes all you have to do is change your life. Have a beautiful day. I'll be back tomorrow with some more great stuff.